Good morning, my dear friends. I am Rehan Mukherjee. I am going to school. Okay. I was. I am going to take my breakfast cornflakes. I will show you. I am going to school. Look, my dear friends. This is my breakfast cornflakes. I am going to school. I will wait after come back from school. Okay, okay. Look, my dear friends, I am Rehan Mukherjee. I am going to school. I will meet come back from school. I am going to ready. Look, this is my school uniform. I will meet after school. Look, my dear friends, I am Rehan Mukherjee. I am come back from school and I am going to take my lunch. Look, this is my school uniform and I am going to taking bath. I will meet in my lunch. Good afternoon, my dear friends. Look, this is my lunch. Look, this is my afternoon lunch. I am eating dal rice. I am seeing some nature in outside. Look, this is my nature. Look, friends. This is my outside nature. Look, this is my bedroom. Look, this is my dal rice. I will mate after eating. I will mate. Look, my dear friends, I am complete my lunch and I am taking some rest. I will meet after in my studies. Okay, okay. Look, my dear friends, I am Rehan Mukherjee. I am Rehan Mukherjee. I am come back from school. Look, this is my balcony. Look, this is my nature. Look, this is my nature. And look, this is my another room. Look, this is my outside nature. Look, this is my God room. Look, this is I am going to mezzanine. Look, my teacher is going. I am going to doing my study. I will show you. Look, this is my mezzanine. Look, this is my teacher. And look, this is my study. I will meet after. Hey, look, this is my study. Look, this is my teacher. And I am going to doing my study. I will meet after doing my study. I will show you my reading chapters and writing handwriting after doing. Okay, okay. Look, my dear parents, I am complete my study. Look, this is my reading. Look, this is my reading. Look, this is my editing. Look, this is my writing. Look, this is my writing. Look, this is my writing. Look, I am complete my study. Look, this is my writing. It's okay, okay. I will meet. Okay. Look, my dear parents, I am complete my study and I am going to taking some rest. I will meet in my yoga class, my life class. I will show you my yoga class, my Bengali study, my life class. Okay, okay. Good evening, my dear friends. I am Rehan Mukherjee. I am going to doing my today was not doing yoga class. I am doing only my today's mom's birthday. I will show you. Look, this is my birthday room. Look, this is my birthday cake was coming. I will show you. I will meet after saying birthday cake. Okay, okay. Look, my dear friends, I'm complete my Swam's birthday.
এটা খাবি চকলেটটা খাবি
Swam's birthday, and I'm going to eating my dinner. I will meet in my dinner. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, my dear friends, I will show you my dinner. Okay, I will meet in my dinner. Look, this is my Som's birthday, and look,
Brother.
Som's brother's birthday, and I'm complete brother birthday, and I'm complete my birthday. I'm going to eating my dinner. I will meet in my dinner. Look, my dear friends, my mother is giving some brother a plant gift in this birthday. Some brothers.
এটা হচ্ছে স্নেক প্ল্যান্ট
Look, this is my plant.
অক্সিজেন
কিন্তু এত বড় না
Oxygen.
এটা ঘরের কোণে রাখবো এটা আজকে তুমি দিলাম পরে এটা ছোট
বেবি প্ল্যান্টস রয়েছে
না আমাকে আরো ছোট দেবো
Baby plants.
এতেও ছোট
Okay, look, I'm complete my nature, and I'm going to take
এইটুকু কেটে আমাকে দিও
eating my dinner. Okay.
এটা শিকড়টা দাও
Look, my dear friends, this is my dinner. I'm eating fried rice, chicken, sweet, and drinking water. My Shom brother's birthday was complete, and I'm eating my dinner. Look, I will meet tomorrow. Okay. Good night. Tata. Bye bye.